New Nerf leaks, Dart Zone blasters hit shelves early, and hobby shops make colorful tactical gear for a colorful hobby. I'm Grim.
I'm Mods.
And I'm KT of Family Foam Sport.
We are your hosts. All that and more in episode 32 of the Foam News Collective. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and if you're heading to Maryland Mayhem this weekend, be sure to say hi to myself and KT while you're there. And now, let's dive into the news.
One of the best parts of our hobby is how colorful it is. From custom paint jobs on blasters to the diversity of people our hobby welcomes in. And SCRD agrees. To that end, they are bringing a new line of tactical gear to the hobby in a plethora of vibrant and fun colors. The gear ranges from colorful battle belts, a molly panel bandolier, dump pouches, phone pouches, and a custom ball detent mag holder to complement your blasters of choice. To bring this line to market, they've started a Kickstarter for the project ending on May 14th, starting with orange and blue and adding additional colors as stretch goals are reached. As of recording, orange, blue, purple, and pink are all fully funded, with Ravenous Red coming at $19,000 United States dollars and a yet-to-be-determined shade of green at $22,000 United States dollars. If you're attending Maryland Mayhem, be sure to stop by their booth to vote on which shade of green they will produce. If you're looking for a splash of color on your loadout, be sure to check out the Kickstarter. Link in the description.
3D designer Gemini has paid tribute to the classic and iconic NES Duck Hunt Zapper with a new design that draws inspiration from previous creators' attempts at cramming blaster guts inside the old Nintendium laser pointer, as well as from Domochevsky's Xshot micro reskins. Using the power system and hardware from an Xshot Menace, the snapper can be printed in a few varieties with a long barrel that emulates the aesthetics of the original zapper, or a shorter, potentially higher performing barrel, alternative side panels, and a removable orange tip. Now, all we need is a cartoon dog to laugh at you while you reload after missing a shot.
For those looking to grab a few items from AK Blaster Mod's Etsy shop, unfortunately will be met with a very empty storefront. According to the page listing, AK Blaster Mods states that their shop has been stopped by Etsy and all business will be directed to their official website from here on out. In a post, they clarified that the closure was due to Etsy's updated policies. However, looking into Etsy's imitation firearms rule doesn't exactly clear up why their shop was forced out specifically and not other known shops like Worker Mod, 3D printed foam hobby shops, or even Out of Darts, although they've removed all items except their Percy's extended hopper. Even if we don't have a direct reasoning behind the closure, you can at least use the promo code ETSY over on AK Blaster Mod's main site to get 15% off your order.
Do you wish for a flexible flywheeler, one that can take shape for most of your build ideas? If so, the Djinn might just have you covered. The Djinn is a flycore-based blaster compatible with any straight talon core, Noid core, or the upcoming brushless flycore system, allowing users to configure it in a wide array of configurations. While I can't tell you all the FPS metrics due to the wide array of options, I can tell you about the brushless configuration. The Djinn has a standard brushless setup using custom 3D printed flywheels and two 1404 Xing2 4600K V motors. At 50% power, the build fires at 100 FPS with a max FPS of 150 to 160 FPS at 70% power, with its lower range hitting 60 to 70 FPS at 30% power. For those interested in getting a Djinn, Talon-Axe Armory is selling drop-in brushless kits for 160 United States dollars. These drop-in kits do require you get your own neutron solenoid and solder on the included XT30 to make it complete. For those wanting to take the more custom approach, Detroit Dartworks is selling the files on their Etsy for 10 United States dollars. As always, link in the description.
If you've ever thought the Xshot Lock Blaster would have been better with a stock, then look no further. Cali Creations CF over on Etsy is selling a cosmetic file kit that offers up a new 3-position stock, as well as a new front grip, front pick rail, iron sight, and cosmetic muzzle accent piece for under $3. According to the description, you'll need a small number of M4 and M5 hardware with a little bit of super glue for assembly. Interestingly, the listing only showed renderings of the parts and none of them physically printed out or installed on the Lock Blaster, but thanks to Axel Sorax, who purchased the files, was able to track down some super clean photos and YouTube videos showcasing the parts, which look really good. Links to purchase the files for yourself will of course be down in the description.
It's been a minute since we've heard from Buzzbee, but via a video by Mongoose Jake and the folks on our Discord, we've got some great news to share. First up is new products. The Adventure Force Arsenal X pack is already appearing on shelves, an evolution of the Arsenal pack Buzzbee has manufactured for some time. While this is largely a reshell of the older version, Jake pointed out in his video that the rifle is a completely new shell with much improved ergonomics, proving that somebody at the Buzzbee factory does indeed have human hands. Jake also mentioned that Buzzbee is working on bringing 4 additional new products to the Adventure Force line, but wasn't able to share any details as they aren't yet confirmed with Walmart. In addition to expanding their Adventure Force offerings, Buzzbee is solidifying the Air Wars Blaster brand by bringing many of their mainline Dart Blaster offerings to a dedicated Amazon web store. Jake listed 15 blasters, including older models like the Sidewinder and Carnivore, unusual blasters like the Spinfire and Bug Hunter, up through newer products like the TetraShot and EasyFire, both of which were previously Walmart and Target exclusives respectively. Additionally, Buzzbee will be bringing their new platypus waffle-style darts to all of these products, as well as selling them in a dedicated 50-pack. No word yet on the possibility of reissues of classic high-demand blasters like the Sentinel, which Jake hinted at back in a video we covered in episode 11, but for possible unknown Adventure Force products and the massive boost in distribution that comes with an Amazon storefront, there's reason to be hopeful.
In episode 31, we got a glimpse of Xshot's Reaper X and Doomsday from their new Horrorfire line, and now we get a good look at the largest blaster in the line, the Dreadhammer. Found on Australian site toyworld.au for $60 reduce, the Dreadhammer is confirmed to be a Crusher reshell with an interesting skull detail that moves up and down with the rotation of the barrel. For now, we'll look past the 8 muzzles on the front of the blaster with only 6 barrels, and instead look closer at the bone blade that appears to be a removable rail attachment, usable with anything in the Insanity lineup. Included will be a new red 35 dart chain, 48 Xshot air pocket technology darts, as well as 2 of the Insanity rail interconnectors. No date of release has been posted yet, but links of course will be down below for your viewing pleasure.
Utter Travesty rolled into the Discord with a bunch of links to early postings of new Nerf products on Aussie Collectibles. Let's take a look. First up, we have a Nerf N-Series refill for $7. All of Nerf's ammo packs use the word refill, so this doesn't tell us anything new about the N-Series line. General Strife did also find an N-Series Flex listing for $4. Likely a single-shot blaster, but again, no details or pictures are available. We have a few more listings with a bit more to chew on though. A Minecraft Creeper and Skeleton pack for $20 is almost certainly a pair of new microshots, and it seems Nerf's Fortnite line will also be coming out with more new blasters, including the Halftone Hero. While we don't know what in-game weapon this will be based on, we do know that the wrap is a cornflower blue with yellow stars. Finally, we have the Nerf Junior Wild Wolf Pack. Certainly a new addition to the animal-based Junior line, and with the same price as the Lion Fury, we can expect something of similar size and functionality.
In a recent video from Drac, we now have official dates for Endwar 2024. Starting Friday, July 5th with the Foam Pro Tour 5v5 tournament and FoamCon Vendor Expo, notably with no Mission 0 this year. Followed by HVZ with 4 missions on Saturday, July 6th, and then 2 missions including the Final Stand on Sunday, July 7th. Drac also mentioned that all updates and info will be posted first and foremost on the hvzendwar.com site, so be sure to check there for all your event questions, and be sure to check out this week's podcast where we'll be talking with Drac himself about the upcoming event and answering questions from our Ko-Fi supporters.
So you want to hear another story, huh? A story of an event you're sure to remember? If not, too bad, I'm telling you anyways. The Zombie Awareness Organization will be holding their 16th annual Midsummer Mass Hangout. Midsummer is a long weekend event with a cookout, board games, and pick-up Nerf games in Otsanogo Park, Binghamton, New York, Friday, July 26th. On Saturday at Binghamton University, blast your way through their half-day Borderlands-themed HVZ. The cookout will continue at Shenango Valley State Park. For more information, link in the description. Dogs on Mars has created a 3D printable kit to convert the Adventure Force Ranger into a Demolisher rocket launcher pistol. Files are available for free on printables, and the build requires only the Ranger, 3D printed parts, and a single M3 screw. MonkeeMods has released a number of small tube-shaped objects onto the accessory market, including aluminum firefly shells, Dragon Jr. heavyweight darts, and a pair of B-cars. The B-cars also have aesthetic diffusers and a silencer to get your blasters look just right. Dartzone's anticipated successors, the Nexus Pro X and the Aeon Pro X, are finally hitting Walmart stock. To check for availability, use the SKU codes in the description. Continuing their screen-printed reskins, Nerf has released a Deadpool-themed takedown. If you like Deadpool and Rival, this one will set you back $30 United States on Amazon. Out of Darts is carrying the inverted scales, the first AEB to hit the web store. Retailing for $300 United States for the base version and $525 for the super version, the inverted scales is a powerhouse AEB featuring an injection-molded nylon shell, select fire, and 180 FPS of full auto performance. The super version can range from 220 all the way up to 261 FPS with barrel swaps. For more information, visit the Out of Darts web store. The Nerf Pro Gelfire Igniter now has its own battle pack. Featuring a red and blue team igniter and 4,000 gel pellets, this one will set you back $19 United States. Hasbro has worked with Frankfurt to make Nerf surprise balls. Each one will run you about $4 United States and has included a pack of gummy candy and a small Nerf sports toy.
Being a fan of Borderlands myself, it is no surprise that my community crosshairs this episode are on Reddit user Prestigious Entrance 6's Borderlands theme Nerf Raptorstrike. Surrounded by a slew of other Borderlands memorabilia, this well-painted and weathered Raptorstrike with matching Nitron scope sports the Hyperion branding from the game and would be a great drop from any loot chest.
Reddit user Seawater built a rainbow pistol in 2024, and my community crosshairs are focused squarely on this anachronistic build. While they didn't say much about it, it's such a great exploration of the early days of our hobby.
For this episode, my crosshairs dialed in on the Wood M41A pulse rifle by Parabellum Arms. Using carved wood, Parabellum was able to make an impressive and functional M41A. From its integrated Mega Magnus, functional stock, or its internal worker Hurricane powerhouse, this thing has it all to make a proper pulse rifle. Wood is a material I see so few people work with anymore, so when I do see it, it's always a treat. Well done.
And that's it for the news. Be sure to catch our podcast discussion with Drac about Endwar, YouTube, the Nexus Pro X, and so much more. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out our merch page and Ko-Fi. Huge thanks to all our contributors, Discord moderators and boosters, and our Ko-Fi supporters. See you in the next one.
Like Ron Burgundy over here. If you mess up the teleprompter, I'm screwed.
I'm gonna try it from this side. We're switching sides, folks. Because logistics.
Get that, and get that out of my way. Up.
Utter travesty rolled into the Discord with a bunch of links. I didn't set my backdrop. I didn't do anything. I did literally nothing.
I just realized I got this kit from AK Blaster Mods, so that's fitting. Very fitting.
NES dunk hunk. Dunk hunt.
The cookout will continue at You would not believe how many times I had to rename, or rather, repronounce words in this one. I am not a New Yorker, if you couldn't tell.
They've removed all items except... Okay, I messed that part up.
I'm gonna put my modified NES out, and I'm not going to explain it. And if you want to know what's going on here, you're just gonna have to watch my YouTube video about it. How's them apples?
Yeah! Ready! I know you can handle it. Being a fan of... fanned? Not like fandom, but fanned. Just cut off the at the end.
No. That was a mouthful. Whew! Whew, buddy!